Hello friends, happy Monday. We are going to paint the Hello Spring truck attachment. So the attachment for that truck, which by the way I just changed to Easter because I forgot to take down my St. Patrick's Day stuff. So let me get you guys tipped down here and we'll go ahead and get started. I did get my towel today, so that is a plus. So for this one, we have got our license plate is going to say Bloom. The back of the truck is going to say Hello Spring. I'll tip you guys down farther so you can see more of what I'm doing and less of me. And then the insert part for the top of the truck is going to be our cute little rain boots with the umbrella, a birdhouse, and a little flower pot or watering can. So this is what we're going to work on today. Hello, hello. Let me know when you hop on that you're here. I'm going to pull us up over here on my computer real quick so that I can make sure I can view comments because they were not working while I was live last night. So let's see here. Okay. I do have us pulled up and I'll just keep an eye over here. And then one other thing I need to pull up real quick and then we'll be all set to go. So hello Karen, hi Betty. Hey Vicky. I gotta pull up exactly how these go on here because I'm not 100% sure I put them on here right. So I wanna look at the designer file and just make sure that I'm laying them out the way that they should be. I am gonna work on cutting some new kits for the website tomorrow for you guys again. I got all of my orders caught up today. Hey Pam, hi Joan. So you should have received shipping information. I think I have one more order to cut, but that one's well within my 5-day turnaround time. So everything else is cut, and then I will start working on Paint Club kits here in the next couple of days, and then I'll start cutting our kits for the Patriotic Workshop. And you guys, if you're in the Patriotic Workshop, you should have received an email today. I'm sorry it took a while. My email system wasn't working correctly, but it should have sent out to you today with a link to join our private Facebook group. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab some colors out real quick. I'm gonna do some purple. I'm loving this purple. I should have just kept out my spring colors. I don't know why I put them all away yesterday. Got my couple of different greens. I'm loving this bright magenta. I'm gonna need to order some more of this. I think I'm out. Let's see here. I like this blue. Where did it go? The mini blue. Hello, hello. What else have we used? Let's grab a light pink. Probably some yellow. I don't know. I think that's good enough for now. My white. Where's my white? Right over here. It's good enough for now. At least it'll give us the start. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the back of the truck with the Hello Spring. Hi, Melinda. And I am gonna move my little pieces off here and just start with the background first, which I really want this color. Let me look on my side table here. Give me 1 second, friends. I'm sorry. See if I have another one of these. Haha, I have another bright magenta. Hi, Rhonda. So I am gonna go ahead and use bright magenta. I'm loving it for spring. It's nice and bright. And I'm going to use that for my background on this piece right here. And if you were with me the other day, we did this. I should have squirted it right onto here. I wasn't thinking. With the big sponge to do our big background. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the big sponge and do my background. Just covers it super quick and easy. It around here and not get paint all over myself. And then it just kind of, sometimes it puddles a little bit on this way, so I just kind of keep swiping it to make sure there's not any spots that have one big chunk of paint. So there we go. We got our bright background already. Hey Trisha, how are you? I am doing good, Melinda. I hope you're doing good as well. However, didn't sound right when I said it well as well. But I hope you're doing good. All right, so I'm gonna move this piece. Oh goodness, I don't have very much space up here tonight. Over here, I'm gonna go ahead and do these pieces. And I'm gonna do this with my purple and probably a little bit of white. I'm thinking some ombre-ish. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Melissa. Thank you so much for the stars. I was working on orders and I was so close to getting done what I wanted to do, and I was like, looked at the clock, I'm like, I'm not gonna make it for 6. So I'm glad you guys were able to meet me here at 6:30 tonight. Okay, I'm gonna cut some of my sponges up. And I am gonna do some purple, but it's gonna go right in the middle of these letters, and I'm gonna try to ombre it with some white on the edges. Now my smaller letters might not get it on both sides like I'm gonna do on the bigger letters, but these bigger ones I'm gonna bring down my paint, my white paint into the purple. And we'll ombre this. Can you guys see? Okay, making sure I'm on the camera here. Thank you so much for the stars. I super appreciate it. All right, so that's how I started off, and then I'm gonna go back into my purple again, and I'm gonna blend the purple into the white to give it more of an ombre effect instead of just that stark line. So that's where we're at right there, and then this is gonna go onto that bright pink background that we just did. I'm gonna kind of line these up though, just to see if I can kind of make them match up. They're probably not gonna match up perfect, but that's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and start maybe right in this area. And then probably end right about here. Well, let's see. Yeah, because I want to have a little bit, I think. And then obviously those letters that are bigger are going to have more white at the bottom, which is fine, but I think this will work where I want it. All right, so there's a good start, and then we'll go into our white. Hi, Lori. Remember, it's going to look like just a line to start, and that's okay. It's not going to look that way in a minute when we're done blending it. Oops, I got a little carried away with the white there. I think I can blend it back down to where I want it to be, though. Remember, it's easier to blend when your paint's wet, so I'm going to go back over here where I first started and blend while that paint is still wet. I feel like this came up a little bit more than I wanted it to. So just bring that back in there again. And just kind of brightening up the bottom parts. So there we go. There's that. And I want to add some fun polka dots to my background here because this is spring. So let me grab a brush. I'm going to use the back side of a brush. I'm not going to put a ton on here, but we're going to do a little bit. Oh, that's a funky looking one. This paint, I forget, is thicker, and so it does do the polka dots a little bit different. That's all right, it'll dry fine. And I'm just going around where the etching is. I'm not going to worry about getting any polka dots underneath where the etching is going to be, because we're going to have our 3D letters there. And I'm trying not to do too many, so I feel like I got too many in that little area, but I'm going to have to just spread them out a little bit. How is everybody doing tonight? Anybody painting or crafting? Anybody here that's interested in the Patriotic Workshop, that is available now. I have it on the website. And tickets will be available until they sell out, so. Sometimes I like to put the letters on here. I feel like it gives me a little bit better representation of where everything's at, but it's all right. I think it's gonna be fine. Thank you. I'm really loving these colors for spring. I don't know why I keep putting them away. I need to just leave them out because I'm not done decorating or painting for my spring stuff yet. And it makes no sense to have to keep trying to remember what colors that I used and dig them back out. So maybe after this I'll remember and leave them out for the next project I do. I feel like those ones look kind of funky there. Guys, there's really, I mean, I try to do them kind of on a triangular pattern just so that they're not all together or bunched up or look like they're in too much of a line, but there's not really a rhyme or reason to it. Oops, what did I do here? I turned us off. There we go. You can make your polka dots as big as you want, as small as you want. Don't do polka dots. There's so many different options. This would be bigger. I feel like that one got tiny. Just a few more here. Okay, I think that's what I want. We'll see when I put the letters down if they're exactly where I want them to be. Dog sitting. Oh my goodness, 100-pound puppy? Is he a snuggly puppy? My dogs would be happy if you just laid with them all day long and didn't do anything, but when you have to get up and do stuff, then they bark and go crazy. Ooh, I should have waited. I feel like I'm gonna... It worked out okay. I already see a spot that I want another polka dot. I feel like it looks kind of funky here without one, so we're gonna go ahead and stick one there and here. But I think that's good there. Hi, Tracy. I just feel like it's kind of awkward to get these on around the dots without smearing any of those dots. So if you think that might be an issue for you too, you might want to wait and do your dots after you got your letters on. But it turned out to be okay. I didn't mess anything up. And I think that's perfect. I don't think that I want any more dots. So there is our Hello Spring. We are still going to have a few little embellishments on here. So I'm going to set this off to the side and hopefully those dots will dry quickly. Let's do our little embellishments here real quick. I'm going to do some white little flowers, maybe with some yellow on the inside. Where'd my glue go? Here it is. And then we've got this little bird. Did I have a white? I do. Here we go. So I'm just going to use my little sponges now to do this painting. My examples are starting to pile up again, so I'm gonna do another, I have a group already. I have to find the group and reactivate that. I'm gonna do another sale of painted items. So if that's something you guys are interested in, let me know, because I don't need a million of these things sitting around. Very sweet, but so much energy. Aww. Oh my gosh, I bet you he's super cute. I say he, is it? You said he. Okay, so it is a he. I was just gonna say, am I calling it a boy and it's a girl, but looks like it's a boy. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dab on a little yellow right in the center of these flowers. And then we got our cute little birdie over here. I'm gonna give him his little yellow beak. And then the rest of him is gonna be, I should have done that actually. I'm painting backwards tonight. Should have done the blue first so that I didn't smear it all over, but that's okay. Make him a little bluebird. I think I can get right up to that yellow without, yeah, without making too much of a mess. It's not too bad. Whoops, oh no, I got yellow all over him. And a fingerprint. And then I've got his little wing here. Hey, Verilyn, how are you? And then that'll just sit right there on him. Let me glue that down here real quick because he's easy to manage. To manage, I said. Let's go right there. And these are not going to be ready to glue down to the other piece because I'm using the stuff like the thicker, more artist grade paint, and so it's thick. When I do the dots, they dry fine, but when they're drying, you can see. Can you guys see how it kind of comes up? It's not completely flat, so it does take some time for that to dry. So we're going to hold off on gluing those right now. But let's go ahead and do our next little piece, which is our license plate that says Bloom. I'm gonna go ahead and use some lime green. It's not as big, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna use these smaller sponges to do the backgrounds of these. Or this, I should say. But we'll probably use a second coat on here. Let that dry just a second. Hi Phyllis, how are you? I'll let that dry just a second, and then I think I'm gonna do a little bit of the darker green around the edges maybe. We'll see if I like it. And we'll do some more polka dots on here and get our little letters on here. And then we get to do the fun insert part with all the different things. Okay, I really like that. And I don't think I am going to use the darker green around it. I kind of thought I was going to at first, but I don't think so. So let's move this. And then I'm going to do, to tie it back in together, the pink on this piece for the words. Or word. Do I not have any pink left? But we're going to do the ombre thing like we did on the other one too. Hi, Diane. So we're going to go ahead and get this part going first. And I'll come back through with the white in a second and blend it. Remember, it's going to look like it's just a big line right now, but we're going to fix that in just a second. I like to dip back into my first color. You are behind on your truck inserts. Oh no! Not need less work hours. It looks like you were starting to say. It doesn't give me the full comment, so I'll have to come back through and read it. But yes, I agree. More time for crafting. All right, so I think I'm happy with that. And then this is gonna go on here, and I learned my lesson the last time. We're not doing our polka dots first. Just because of the type of paint I'm using, it's just hard to, it doesn't dry quick enough for my liking. I'm trying to work around the letters. Look how nice and bright that is. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna add some polka dots. And again, I'm not gonna try to do too many. I just want some on here. I think polka dots are fun for spring. And I'm kind of going off the edge a little bit so they're not all located in the same spot, I guess. So some I've got up farther, some I have hanging off the edge because there's not a whole lot of room around our little blooms. So in order to make it so they're not all in one spot, or I guess to make it look more realistic and not just one-dimensional, I just kind of move them around the board. I'm gonna add a few more. Oops, I got it right on my, darn it, I'll have to touch that pink up right there. I'm gonna add a few more. I feel like that looks kind of goofy. I was trying to keep them spread out more, but I feel like it was a little bit goofy. Hey Dawn, hi Rachel. I think it looks all right. So there we go. There's our license plate. If you're just hopping on here, we're working on the truck inserts for Hello Spring. So here's the back of the truck. We're not completely finished with, we're waiting on that polka dots to dry there. And then we're gonna go ahead and work on the insert part right now. So this will be the fun part. We got all the different things. We've got our bird house, our little watering can, got a little butterfly, got some birds, some flowers, and then we got our umbrella and our rain boots. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove all the pieces so the umbrella is all separate. So I'm gonna move those off to the side here. And I'm gonna move my flowers and my bird, basically any of my 3D elements. I'm gonna take and move them away for now. And so let's see here, we'll wanna paint this backgrounds. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I do and don't need to paint. Let me grab some dark paint here. So I'm going to use a little bit of black. And I'm going to paint this part down here black, like the stand that the birdhouse is sitting on. And then, let's see. I'm gonna want some black where these are at. So I'm just gonna, instead of painting the whole thing, I'm just kind of guesstimating exactly where that's at. Because then it will look nice and dark behind there. You see that? Hello, Mom. All right, and then, so let's just keep on this background thing for now. I'm gonna do my watering can in a gray, or let's see, do I have a silver sitting up here actually? I don't know if I do. I don't have a silver right here handy, so I'm gonna use Timeless Gray. It's really light. My goodness, there's hardly any left in here. And this is gonna be my watering can, so we're just gonna go ahead and paint this whole thing because there's not anything 3D for this part of the can. We'll have our 3D bird on top there, but this is just gonna get painted. Just try to smooth out my paint lines. All right, so there we go. And then this part, there's a spot here for the bird, one of the birds to sit, so that doesn't have to be painted, but we are gonna paint our rain boots, and I'm gonna do those in pink and purple. Let's do, where did my other little spot go? I think I lost it, that's all right. Oops. My goodness, this paint bottle is no good, just falling apart on me. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my rain boots in pink. Could do yellow rain boots, that would be cute. Red rain boots would be cute. Y'all that know me know I like pink, so I do pink any chance I can. I'm gonna just, the bird's gonna cover that up, but I'm still gonna go ahead and paint up a little bit just in case there's any part that's not covered by that bird. All right, so then we're gonna go ahead and let this set just a second so that it can kind of dry because we got a lot going on here. This part I could paint. We were gonna do that in black. Do I need this for anything? I might, so I'm not gonna use it. Where's my black piece at? Just gonna use my sponge and I'm just gonna be careful. Just along the line for the boots. I'm gonna call them shoes. Trying to make it straight. There, I think I got it. Okay. So I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna set it off to the side a minute. Let's go ahead and work on our cute little house here. I want it to be purple. It's a bigger piece. Could definitely use a bigger sponge if you wanted to, but I only have the one sponge right here, so this is what I'm gonna use. And I thought about doing this in a darker purple, but all of our other pieces on here right now are in that lighter purple, so just keeping it the same so it all flows together nicely. Oops. All right, I think that is good. Hi, Michael. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this off to the side. I'm gonna set it right on top of here to dry. And then let's go ahead and do, we've got 2 giant flowers, and I'm gonna do them the exact same as our little flowers that we did a minute ago. So they're gonna be white flowers with the yellow middle. Let that sit just a minute. Let's see here. Our birds are going to be blue again, so making those match. Where did that little brush go I just had? Right here. Give them their little yellow beaks, and I'm going to paint their bodies blue. Actually, I'll start with their wings and give their body, their beaks a little chance to dry a second before I put the paint up there close to it. If it's not working for you, you might want to log out, or not log out, but back out of the live and then come back in. Oh no, I got pink on my bird. On my sponge, which means it ended up on my bird. It's okay. It's gonna turn them a little bit purple there. Actually, I'm gonna cut this off and start over so I don't keep spreading that around. It's all right, we're gonna have a colorful bird. I think that most of it will get covered by his wings, so it'll be fine anyways. You can see it a little bit through the paint, but yeah, see, once I put that wing on there, you're not even gonna tell. Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Penny. Penny is watching from Texas. How is the weather in Texas? It's actually really pretty here today. We had snow, was it Friday, Saturday? I think it was Saturday, and it was nasty, but it's nice here today. I think it was like 50 degrees. There we go, our little bird. Now I'll come back over here and do the yellow on my flowers since the white's dried up a bit. I'll push those off to the side to dry. Uh-oh, did I stick this on my, that wasn't very smart. Putting things on my other projects that I'm trying to dry. Okay, I feel like I'm getting a little overwhelmed here with stuff everywhere, so let me see. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make this work. So this, we've got the little bird and 2 little flowers, and our flowers should be dry from this. The problem is that we're waiting on these dots to dry, but I think I'm good, and I can just pick a spot and set these down and not smudge the rest of the pieces. So we're gonna go ahead and give us a flower right here. And I'm going to put a flower over here. And then our little birdie is going to go over here like he's sitting on our letters or our word. And I just kind of pushed him down onto the polka dots so that he didn't smear. So there we go. There's what the back of our truck is going to look like. And I'm going to move that out of the way. So that kind of clears me up just a tiny little extra bit of space. Here's our license plate again. I'm going to move this off to the side. And then just give me a little tiny bit more space to work with. I feel like I'm just crowded here today. I'm going to glue these down so they're completely done and out of my way. Those out of the way. So we've got a cute little butterfly. We've got our roof to do, and I have got our umbrella, and I think that's really it other than the details that I want to put on here. So I'm gonna make our butterfly a little ombre, I believe. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with some dark pink up top. And then go into our white. And then go back down into my white with my pink. So there we go, thank you. And then let's see. I think I'm gonna do this in white. I think. Like the middle part of the butterfly on his back. I think that sticks out pretty good. Okay, set her off to the side, and then we've got this part of our house, birdhouse, to do. So here's our roof. Should we do this in fun pink or light purple to go? Because it's gonna go, let me show you. It's gonna go right on here. I could do this in pink to pull in some color. We're gonna have our little butterfly on our house. I kind of think I want pink on this. I think we're gonna do it. I use the Stick Fast. If you go to my website, there is a page called Amazon Favorites, and you can get the link right there. All right, so I think I like that. I think that'll be cute. And then let's do our umbrella. And I know umbrellas are, you know, traditional colors usually. However, we're not going to use our traditional colors. We're going to stick with the same colors we've been using. So we're going to use this bright blue for one of our pieces or one of our parts on our umbrella. And we're going to use our same. Where did all my sponges go? We're going to use a purple for one of them. And we can do a green and a pink, and then probably we'll use yellow. That would be Facebook. That has nothing to do, the notifications come from Facebook and sometimes they're just slow. All right, so we've got that, and then we're gonna go ahead and do a yellow. Hello, hello. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Debbie. So I could have put these in any order, but this is just the order that I put them in. So here we go. Now I'm gonna move my paint and all these sponges out of my way for a minute. Hi, Tamara. Oops, hopefully none of that got smeared because it's not dry. Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and start gluing some things down. Did I ever glue this down? I did, okay. So we're gonna glue. We're gonna start with our big house. Okay. Then we're gonna put our roof on. And then we get to put our fun parts on our roof. I don't know what you really would call this, just the embellishment to the roof. It's just fun. And then let's go ahead and put a bird. Oh goodness. I'm gonna wear birds on here. I'm gonna go ahead and do the bottom layers first, I guess, and then we'll move up. So a bird should fit right on the spot there that it's cut for. This piece, you would get a little X with your part. It's for the bird, so that he will stand where he's supposed to right here. See what I mean there? And even then, he's still kind of funky, but that's what that's for, is to keep him kind of. There you go. Let's just move it that way. I'm just gonna line it up as best I can, but you're gonna see probably a little bit underneath it. Not from a distance, you won't, but thank you. I'm loving these colors. All right, so then our last pieces are gonna be right here, putting together our umbrella. Well, I say last pieces, not the last pieces. And we're not done quite yet either. This one. I hope these fit here. What did I do? Hold on. I'm putting them where they don't go. The purple one goes over here. Good golly, Miss Molly. There we go. Then I think I had the green next. See, I'm just picking up random pieces and trying to glue them down. If you don't put them in the right spot, they won't fit together. It's like a puzzle. I should have not done that because now they're not fitting in here. Exactly. So don't do it. Go from one side all the way over to the other side. It will work better for you. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do their beaks again actually real quick before I do what I was just gonna say I was gonna do. I'm gonna do a little bit more yellow on here. And then I don't think I'm gonna need this anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it into my black, and I'm just gonna finish this top part of the umbrella. So that's all covered. And then I'm gonna start gluing down our pieces. We're gonna stick our little butterfly on our house. These are glued down, right? Okay. And we've got some flowers to put on here. Let's do a flower over here. And a flower over here. Whoops, well, it's going where it landed now. It's gonna hang off of there, which is totally fine. And we got some more details we're gonna do. So we're almost done. Thank you. Almost done, but not quite. So we're gonna go ahead and I wanted to color these in, I forgot. Let's see. Sometimes I don't like how the dots turn out when I don't just make my own little polka dots. So we'll see how these turn out, but let's go ahead and try to do some purple polka dots on here. Sometimes I just really enjoy doing the dots with the back of the brush or with the little pouncer sponge things instead of having them etched in. I just feel like they paint better. Thank you. Oh gosh, this one was hard because the bird's right on top of it. All right, I'm gonna grab some more paint here. It's drying up on me. And I just need a little bit more. Oops, and then a whole bunch dumped out. That's all right. It's be-okay. I should probably start back at the top to finish this off, huh? So that way I don't get my hand in it and smear it everywhere. So we're gonna go back up here and finish from the top to the bottom. And then I'm going to go through and give some highlights in a few spaces and maybe use my Micron pens in a few spaces. But we're basically finished. I can show you what it looks like on the truck here in just a second. Sorry, these dots take all of my concentration, I swear. Okay, I think that's it there. Let me pull up. All right, let's see. What do we want to do? So we're gonna go ahead and get some, oops, get my white out here, and we're gonna go ahead and just highlight around the edges of my umbrella. And I may just go right on the lines and the centers where they connect. Oh no, I just stuck my arm in the polka dot. And I'll do a few of them on the bottom. Some dots here. Got any more dots on here? No, I think that's good there. All right, let's see. More highlights here. I don't really think, maybe a few over here. I don't think we need to do anything with this. I think this piece is good. I'm gonna use my Micron pen around like where some of the spots got a little bit, thank you. Some of the spots got a little bit crazy. This is the one that I want. So I gotta be careful right now though because my paint is still wet in certain spots. Like around these yellow carts on here, give her little eyeballs, some color, and you could just paint that with pencil if you wanted to. I'm just using my Micron pens to kind of go where the etching is at, just to give it a little bit more detail. And I did fill in the eyes with it too, just because they're teeny tiny. I'm not gonna do every piece on this house. That would be insane and take forever. Same thing with the boots. I don't think I'm gonna do all the polka dots, but I'm gonna go ahead and do around the outline of the boots that separates the pairs. And I don't fill in every single spot. See, like I had a little spot there where the brush, I say the brush, where the pen came up. And I don't worry about it touching and reconnecting in the exact same spot. Kind of keeps it more realistic looking. On here we ended up going through and doing the highlights on all those pieces, so I don't feel like I need anything on there either. So I think this is pretty much it for this piece. I think that looks pretty complete. And then I'll set that off to the side, and I don't think there's much to do on any of these either. Maybe, yeah, our little bird will go around our flowers here. Oops, that one I got carried away with. Went right off my line. It's all right, I was able to fix it. I think it looks all right. So there's this piece, and then there was nothing on, where did Bloom go? Here we go, on Bloom, so I don't have to do anything with that either. So there we go. Put these away real quick. I'll grab my truck and I'll show you what it looks like all together. And guys, I've been really doing good with taking care of my brushes and stuff after we're done, so I'm trying to keep up with that. All right, these polka dots are still wet, so I've got to be careful with that, but let me lift you up just a second here. Or actually, I probably didn't want to do that, so I'm going to lay the truck down on the table. Hold on a second. And I just changed it over to Peter Cottontail, or the Carrot Patch, whatever it is, because I forgot to change it. So here you go. I'm going to kind of set it on here. It's not all dry yet. So this piece will go here. We'll have our Hello Spring here. And then we'll have Bloom right here. So here you go. This is our final piece for tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will, once it's all dry, take pictures of it actually in the truck so that you can see it without all the other pieces underneath. And I will get it uploaded to YouTube, and I'll email that link out. So if you're on my email list, you'll get that link as well. But that is all for tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I hope you have a great week. I don't know if I'll be live again or not this week. I do have new kits that I'm working on getting cut and added to the website tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But we will talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. Thank you. Bye, everybody.